Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dylan. Hope everyone's having a magical day. I'm so excited to do a review of this Cinderella Disney story doll from the Disney store. I've been looking forward to this one as Cinderella is one of my top princesses. But while everyone kind of says they're all my favorites, so I mean, what am I gonna do? Anywho, so we're gonna be taking a look at this box, the accessories, the doll. So much fun to look at here. Hey, but if this is your first time here, hello, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy Disney Princess doll videos. Okay guys, stay tuned. So Cinderella on her box, and it may be a tad bit photoshopped as all of these doll promotional images are, but she's posed very nicely and she's on the steps of the palace. You know, she's running away from the prince. The clock has hit midnight here. She's ready to go home. She can't get caught. She's got to leave the party. The scene here is very magical. There's sparkles. There are chandeliers that seem to be, you know, draping the ballroom. Very, very pretty. Of course, that clock that has struck midnight. So the main thing here, the deviation from the current Cinderella classic doll, is the new detail of this beautiful flower printing on her skirt, which I'm really excited to see. This usually is something that we don't see with Cinderella. Usually it's like sparkles or silver details, but I really love this pink flowery aesthetic, even though it's has nothing to do with Cinderella, I guess, but I still think it's so pretty. So she does include 5 accessories. Yes, we have established that each of these come with their own numbered amount of accessories. And I will say Cinderella does include some really pretty things here. So a cleaning gown with cute little flowery details on it. We'll take a look at that. Brown shoes to wear with it. A cool basket with a bow. Gus Gus. And Lucifer the cat. I'm so excited for Lucifer. It looks like he's about to scratch something there. It says Disney Princess Cinderella, warning, 3+, and of course the Disney Store logo up there. Side of the box is a very pretty image of Cinderella. This is her redesigned look with her bangs to the side, which is fine. We've seen that for over 10 years now. So that's quite fine with me. I do think that they did carry that through with the doll because this side bang, and of course the side bang here, which it's fine. It's fine, I understand. And this is the Prince's Castle with the clock tower and her pumpkin coach, so she can make her escape. This side has some more castle kind of architecture and a chandelier. And this tab here is not wanting to go in right. The only damage I've noticed on this box is this little crack here, and it's because this wasn't quite lined up right, and so it's messed up how this one lines up, and I didn't want to force it in and tear any more cardboard. But thank goodness she does have a handle. That seems to be the most fragile thing on these boxes. So what a glorious image here on the back. This is of course Cinderella's garden and the pumpkin coach when she transforms. Very pretty. Sparkles and another chandelier there. Down here is the product information and a hint at the activities we'll be playing, I suppose. These were $29. I ordered from ShopDisney. And I love, you guys know how I love this shadowy storytelling bit here of Cinderella's world. So there she is running off of the steps, the pumpkin carriage, and then the white chargers carrying her home from the ball. And I'm so excited to look at these accessories because look at how fun they look there in this picture. Let's look at the doll now. So this tab up here will fold down. Just need to pull these little tabs out. And that will come down and it reveals the doll. So pretty. This is very Mary Blair. The box is very, very Mary Blair, and if you don't know who that is, please look her up if you love Disney princesses, as she had such a big artistic influence on how the Cinderella film looks. But she is, again, in the palace. This seems maybe like things that are out in the prince's garden, or maybe on that terrace, well, where they walked together and danced. But then this is like a path. and it has like flowers on it, so maybe that's where the flowers are coming from on her dress. But this might be how she gets home, or maybe this is her garden. But it's just so Mary Blair. Like I love how they use that inspiration for this box. So everything's very blue and very magical. So Cinderella is in there with a piece of twine, and let's try to free her from her prison. All right. Let's not harm any Cinderellas in the making of this video. It's easy because Cinderella doesn't have long hair. The princesses with the long hair is the ones I get scared to chop something off. And voila. Oh, she has tissue paper under her dress. Looks like her shoes are in this piece of tissue paper. Gonna try to wiggle this out. Okay. Perfect. Got those out, and then we want to get her other dress out here. It's very, very cute. I really like the little apron on it. Let's undo the Velcro from the back. Okay, easy enough. So excited to look at this dress. But we have other business first, as we have a beautiful Cinderella doll to look at. She's so stunning. And I mean, I own so many classic Cinderella dolls. I don't know what could possibly be so different about this one, but I really think it's this story scene that I have before me. Like, she's just so radiant in front of this beautiful palace scene. I mean, like I said, everything is just so Mary Blair. I just must feel so inspired and so in awe of this. So, but this is the Cinderella face sculpt that we've had for a while. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. She does have little blue earrings on, and her hair is sort of dark blondish, but it's more blonde than probably what Cinderella's hair would be in the actual film. But it's close. It's very close. Everything has a shimmery effect on it except for the white pieces, and of course her black choker. The big difference here is this really pretty floral like print on her skirt, and the floral print is covered up with a thin layer here of sparkle that really makes it shimmer. And this goes all the way around. Oh, look at that there. So this is from the dress being bunched up in the box, which possibly this could be fixed in time. You know, it'll straighten up eventually. But yeah, it's like this really pretty floral pattern. It's almost kind of like wallpaper or like teacups. Like, I feel like I've seen this on plates and saucers. Very nice. It does remind me a lot of the flowers though on this. So maybe that could be where they got that from, but maybe not, maybe not. So it's just really pretty. She has white gloves on, and I think they look very nice. But of course they usually give Cinderella gloves. They very rarely short her gloves like they've done Tiana for so long. She did have a piece of tissue paper underneath her dress, and that must have been to keep it nice and poofy. Cinderella's shoes that I so struggled to get out are two glass slippers. Well, they're not glass, they are plastic, and they're sparkly. They have a shimmer to them. They are high heels. This reminds me of like really, really, really old Disney store shoes for their dolls. Like way back, like I'm talking like 2011, 2010. Like I think like this reminds me of that sculpt. I don't know if this is exactly the same, but it's very reminiscent of that, like this really pointy heel. But I like how they gave her these. Some Cinderella classic dolls, they just give her like blue flats, and I'm like, really? Come on. So this really evokes the glass slipper better for me. And of course we have to see what these look like on her. But yeah, they wrap those in like a little piece of tissue paper in the bottom of the box, I believe, to keep them from getting lost or falling out of the box. And I do hate how the back of the dress is all crumpled up, but I suppose that's just what happened, you know, from them packing her. So 1 foot in. Hopefully they fit her, or they got the wrong girl, you know. I think I might have them on the wrong foot, yeah. We didn't want to have to start cutting toes off or anything. Yes, much better. That went on much better. My fault, Cinders, sorry. So nice. I love those, so pretty. I'm more excited for the brown shoes that go with the other dress, but I am very pleased with these. I like that. And just, you know, another shot at this dress because it is just so pretty. I love that floral print on there. And there's a floral print on the brown dress too, which we will take a look at in just a minute. To get to more of the fun, we want to go through this back panel here and do the tabs. And we have the Cinderella themed activities. So they're really cool. Same activities for each princess, just themed differently for their own film and story. So up top, we have a shadow game. We want to match up the shapes with the shadows. So we want to match up Cinderella's, Gus Gus, the birds, and her pumpkin coach's shadows. Over here is a game, pick out the missing puzzle piece of Cinderella in her room. And if I had to guess, maybe this piece? Yeah. Down here we have draw Gus, so we'll see if we could draw Gus in these squares. A ribbon maze, let's try to match up these birds with each other, which would be kind of hard, you know, you have to follow the little squiggles, and that could be complicated. And connect the dots of the heart on Cinderella's slipper. Lastly, a really pretty image of Cinderella and the fairy godmother. It looks like she's transforming in her dress there. It's really pretty. And see, they got the classic Cinderella hair here, so this must be an older image. Just sparkles, and there's pumpkins. Really pretty. To get to our accessories, we want to go up top here through this tab. This is the harder one to get. You just have to be really careful not to rip or tear anything. Pull this up. I'm glad that this one, the handle wasn't ripped on it though, because that seems to be, like I said, the most fragile part of the box. And then we have this inner chamber where everything is stored. You want to pull this arrow all the way down as it harbors the extra little goodies. Oh, never had that happen. Didn't come off all in one piece. Have a weird little box thing, which everything seems to be separated pretty good in this one. Let's see, looks like the basket, put that there. And then everything else will lie in this wad of tissue paper. All right, so the basket was separate from the others. It's really pretty. It's like a triangular trapezoid, I think, like looking kind of basket. It's got like 4 corners, but it's like squarish, and it's more narrow at the top. It does look like it's wicker, and like it's painted very nicely. It has a pretty little white bow on it. It has like a pearly paint, very pretty. I imagine she would hold this as she's like going shopping or in the market, or maybe doing like her farmyard duties, you know, gathering up the chickens' eggs or maybe feeding the animals. Really, really pretty. And none of the princesses have their are reusing a basket type. So each of the princesses in this line have different baskets, which I think is really neat. So, and like Gus Gus and just about anything she would want could probably fit in there. Next, we have the wad of tissue paper. Should be full of all kinds of goodies. Yeah, looks like everything else is in this. First, we have a little thing of Gus Gus. He looks really, really cute. He has a green hat on, yellow shirt, little brown shoes, of course. And he's holding corn. So in the movie, whenever he steals the corn from the chickens, that's probably what this is representing. And he looks really happy because he's going to get a snack. And I can't wait to just see what he looks like with Cinderella. I mean, you could probably just fit him down in the basket. Yeah, so if she wanted to take him to town with her. Then we have these really cute heels that are to represent her work shoes, but they are brown heels and they have a flower on the front of them. So really, really neat. A brown flower in the middle. These match the flowers that are on the cleaning dress. The back of the heel is kind of ridged there. It's like a wedge, I guess you would call this, like a wedge, and they are high heels. I'm excited to see what these look like on her, but these are definitely original to this. I've never seen anything like this ever for Cinderella to wear. But yeah, it matches these kind of flower power designs on her dress. Lastly, we have Lucifer, who is definitely the heaviest accessory. It's kind of like a hard plastic. It reminds me of like the sheep and the bunny. So the sheep was with Belle, and then the bunny was with Snow White, and then, well, it actually kind of reminds me of Little Brother with Mulan too. It's kind of like that same consistency, but he's painted really, really nice. He's like a shiny black, like a nice shiny black coat. And he's got his little white details there in his fur. He looks so evil though. Look at that face. Those yellow eyes, but that pink nose is really cute. But he definitely looks like he's gonna get him a mouse, you know. Maybe that's where we should pose him and Gus Gus. Him and Gus Gus don't get along very, very well. I mean, I think it's because Lucifer wants to eat Gus Gus, obviously, but Cinderella won't let that happen. So really, really fun. I love how they included not Jock, but Gus and Lucifer. Would like if they included Jock though, because it's interesting to just see Gus by himself, but Gus is probably my favorite of the two, so I might just be a little biased on that. But we want to get Cinderella in her different outfits so we can pose her and look at those details. And of course, we want to see those shoes. So first, the gloves. These gloves in this line have been very easy to remove and very easy to get back on. So I think that's been a very pleasant experience. Some gloves are hard to get back on and hard to get looking like they did before you took them off. These have really kept their form though, and they don't get stuck on their arms or really anything. I've had really good luck with that. The only thing is with Cinderella, and this was the same thing with Tiana, is that whenever you change their outfits, you really don't have like the option to take their hair down, unless if you really wanted to, and really trusted yourself that you knew what you were doing. And for like a child, that would be really hard. So it's hard to complete Cinderella's look because she's not gonna have her hair up whenever she's cleaning. She has more of like a ponytail. So that's the only thing, is that yes, it's pretty dang close, but it's not completely there. Kind of the same thing happens with Belle too. Like her hair's up in that pretty bun, you don't want to mess it up, but you know, she wouldn't wear that hairstyle in her village dress. So it's kind of like that conflict. Cinderella is, well, there is some doll nudity here. I'm so sorry I didn't warn you on that, but this is just plastic. So, no reason to get offended, you know, skip ahead if this bothers you. But she does have like a blue panty on, and a few people have asked me about the proportions, and you know what? I haven't even been thinking about that. I've just been so excited for these new dolls. So I'm going to compare her to some of my other Cinderellas, because I have several, and just see, you know, if there's a big difference there. So I will have that question answered later. So the other dress though that she comes with is blue and brown. It's definitely based on her cleaning outfit, but this is like inspired by a version. So it has this pretty little collar with little flowers and ivy on it. Nice blue undershirt. The actual apron is like built in, so there's a strap here in this piece. And then the apron is kind of underwhelming. It's like just a little piece here. And very, very thin fabric. The skirt is brown, goes all the way around. And the flowers on here look very flower power to me. I think they're really pretty. I wonder if these are Mary Blair inspired, or I don't know. They seem like very like 60s, 70s flowers to me, which is a really interesting choice for Cinderella. But nevertheless, I think it's something new and cool and different. So I'm excited to see this on her. So we'll undo the Velcro and get this outfit on her. And again, like, it's just gonna look a little strange because her hair's gonna be up in that pretty bun for the ball, and she's gonna have this cleaning outfit on, but it just kind of is what it is. We'll just have to pretend a little bit. Okay, not gonna lie, I did struggle a little bit on those sleeves because there's like a little rubber band piece there. I mean, it makes it look really pretty because it's like wrapped around her arm, but I did struggle just a little bit on that. So just watch out for that. I was trying not to force anything or make, you know, anything unravel, but the rest was fine. So we need to close it here on the Velcro. I will say, just starting off, this is probably, to me, of the three, Snow White, Cinderella, and Aurora, of each of their peasant dresses or, you know, non-royal looks, this is probably the most underwhelming of the three for me, because Snow White's had those beautiful flower ribbons and lace, and the same with Aurora, and this one just doesn't seem as on par with that to me. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, it is still very cute. And I think it looks good on her, even though her hair is up in a bun. I don't think that bothers me at all. I think it's very, very lovely. It's just, I think of the three original princesses, that Aurora's is probably my favorite. So though, you can put her arms up in this. Like I said, it does wrap around her arms a bit, so you can kind of do like the 3/4 sleeve if you want, like the half sleeve. Very lovely. I like how she looks good in it, even though she has her hair up royally. So maybe she could even wear this like at the castle or something, like in the kitchen, if prudence would allow, for you fans of Cinderella 2 and 3. The flowers don't continue all the way around though, but it does appear on this. So now I want to see what these really cute little heels look like on her. And they are the same color as the skirt. And it has a flower on it that is of the same design as the skirt. Oh, I love those. Those are so nice. Look how pretty. I love that they're the same color of the skirt. They kind of remind me of like wooden clogs, but also at the same time like really posh, like cleaning shoes, you know? I love that little flower on there, and it just makes the difference, I think. Looks really, really nice. I like any of these new creative shoes that they're coming up with. And you'll just have to see what one foot looks like in the slipper. We'll just have to pretend that the prince just put it on her foot. It's me, you know, here I am. But I love this. Really love that. So, of course, there's some accessories here. I think she would have this basket probably while she's cleaning or while she's doing her chores. We could get this on. Looks really nice. For some reason I couldn't get it through her hand there. The bow gets kind of in the way, but very lovely. I mean, you could put like flowers in it. It is kind of weird like that they didn't give us something to put in the basket, but maybe that's what Gus is for. They're going to the market, you know, and if she wants to hug her favorite cat, Lucifer, I suppose she can. I'll have to work on that. I think this was the best I could do. He's really heavy and her little arms just can't seem to hold him up. See, well, maybe he just didn't want her to hold him or something. But yeah, Lucifer is a little heavy for her. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at this beautiful new Cinderella Disney story doll. I know that I had so much fun recording this video and unboxing her. And now that I've gotten to pose this dress, it definitely is still very beautiful, but I will say that the other two, Snow White and Cinderella, their dress was more impressive, I think. But Cinderella will still make for beautiful pictures, and we cannot forget those really pretty heels. She almost looks like she works like in a diner, like she's at the Waffle House or something. Well, let me know what you think of her. Stay tuned for the next doll video in this series. Can't wait to show you what I have in store. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye.